because I got my glasses on.
Put it back on. You know I walk fast, bro. You know I walk fast.
Well, because
You know I walk fast. You know I walk.
be a great,
You know I walk fast.
a
Fool.
great interview.
I mean, so we up in here at the Fox because this nut that turned 25 years old. It means she can finally think like a, functioning adult. I'm so proud of her, man. Make better decisions and all that. You feel me? We're gonna go do a little shopping because I said I was gonna take her. We really here for an Agent Wilson jersey because I really want her to play basketball for real. This is how you start, but it's all good. We finna see, man. We finna see. Got anything to say?
Hey y'all. Wow, look. I need you to like.
You look good. Put your glasses back on so you can see how you look. Fool.
Okay, I look good. Okay, yeah. Hey y'all. 25.
25.
I'm so excited.
Alright. So we're gonna cut this because I ain't walked this slow in years. We gonna
we're going this
We're gonna cut to the part where we just go to the stove, you feel me? And yeah, cause you got to show
I
back.
walked this slow in years, it's crazy. Okay, walk fast.
If I walk how I walk, it's gonna be like this.
Alright, good.
It's gonna be like this. You feel me? I gotta do it like this. If I walk that fast. Where you go? I had to look back and find her, and I was like, I forgot. I gotta walk slower.
Hey y'all. Regular face. He got a handicap. This is his first handicap for this show.
Alright, that's wild. That's wild.
First handicap. You gonna get canceled?
That's wild, my nigga.
I'm about to get canceled already. I just got here.
Alright, now you're 25. Do you feel any different? Is there like anything that you like feel like mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, like you feel different?
Not really, I would say.
No.
I think just where I'm at 25, stop it. I think where I'm at,
I'm not walking slow. Speak up this time. Stop. It's the same to me, but go ahead though.
I think for me, mainly it's just where I ended up being 25 during a big transition of my life. So me turning 25 or just me finishing my master's program and starting my career, that kind of shifted everything. But yeah, I'm just in a big transition in my life right now, and I just so happen to be turning 25 while being in that transition.
We'll talk about that a little bit more to the master's program. I want you to elaborate more on the transition part. That was kind of interesting. I want to hear more about that. So we're going to get to the
upstairs or downstairs?
I think it's downstairs. Yeah. We got Kelsey Plum up in here. My boy Ant-Man, you feel me, up in here.
Hi, kids.
The new guys, the new cats, you feel me? Getting down because my knees hurt, you know what I'm saying? But since I got you here, you talking about like the transition like you was going through and like getting your master's and all that at 25 and like really I guess kind of like learning yourself like in this stage where you're at being 25 and first of all your master's in real quick.
I got my master's in clinical psychology with the emphasis on marriage and family therapy. So to become a marriage and family therapist, I'm currently in the process of registering for my associate's number so that I can start seeing clients.
And so
Black therapy.
I'm just gonna do that, y'all. So why therapy? Like, what made you to get into? First, I want to ask you, like, what made you get into therapy? Second question I want to ask is, why do you think people should take mental health seriously? If you don't feel comfortable answering none of this, we can edit this out.
Why therapy? I think I'm still asking the same thing. I was called to this field, and me and God, I'm just trying to figure it out too. I'm like, all right, God, school's over. So what you about to do with this? You called me to this, and He's gonna get me through because He got me through school. But I'm in that stage right now, trying to see exactly like what population do you want me to work with? Who am I supposed to be serving? Just that's why I haven't really just jumped out there and started applying to jobs. So everything I'm doing right now is God-centric because He's the one who called me. I didn't say like I want to be a therapist. I was cool with my low bachelor's degree. I was cool right there, and then I got called to the field. So I would say definitely God. But since I've been in it, I found a passion for mental health. And then why is it so important? I mean, life be lifing. So like, you're gonna have, and life is gonna always life.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to learn how to navigate and have fun and still live your life, because life's gonna life regardless. It's not that it's gonna ever stop. It's about getting tools and just figuring out how to navigate this life while it's life, because it's gonna life and it's gonna continue to life. So really just taking into that, and people don't have the safe space or anything like that to share. So be in that safe space and just have a conversation. I mean, everybody can use somebody to talk to.
Yeah. Just back to the original question, like about you being 25, you like I'm saying, like trying to like find out the part where you're going from being 25 to having a master's. I mean, what is that whole thing like for you? Like, do you feel different? Do you like what is the intricacies of that the average person may not really know or really even think about?
I think it just, adulting just gives it just you know, it just hits you. I think it just hits you mainly. It just really hits you like, okay, now you're 25, but not only that, you are stepping into, like, I graduated high school, I graduated undergrad. Okay, cool, that's fine. But now it's like, you're stepping into career field at 25. And I thought, I mean, back in the day, before it's 25, I was like, okay, I'm gonna have a mansion, I'm gonna have everything, this and that. Of course, that's not how things is when you're
That 25, everybody thinks you finna have it all figured out for 25.
Nah, but then, I think for me personally, it's just like, I have goals and plans that is figured out and is laid out for me at 25. Not everything, but I still have something, and just knowing like that I have a whole career I'm stepping into at 25. It's like, oh, well, we do got something. Wait, I thought, you know, like, I thought I was gonna walk in 25 and still be trying to figure it out, which I am. But I think that whole aspect of it, I think taking it seriously too, like knowing that like this is the start of a chapter that's about to be amazing, and just really sitting on that. I've been reflecting, I've been journaling, I've been really like just honing in on that, because that is. It's hit, you know, it's hit. And to know that, and to just, and then just like I said, mentally, spiritually, I think just knowing like, okay, you can't be afraid. I think one thing I fear or doubt, I mean, they come in, but now I'm just like, you better do it now, or you're never going to do it. So lately, if there's anything, it could be as simple as driving, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't know how to drive. Yeah, I will say that. I don't know how to drive. But I used to decline any opportunity.
How do you have a master's degree?
Listen.
But don't know how to operate
a
vehicle?
No, but even any opportunity about, you know, that came about driving, I would have been like, no. And then this month, I was like, if I don't do it, I'm never going to do it. When the opportunity came for me to drive, I drove, and I mean, I didn't crash. So, you know, but just stuff like that.
Whose car did you drive?
Jordan's. I drove it to the Kendrick Lamar concert.
Is that why you want to do an Uber no more?
Huh?
Is that why you don't want to Uber no more?
No, I didn't want to Uber no more because I needed to find my stuff. I just found my inhaler, and I ended up still not finding it.
Oh, okay. Lord have mercy. Okay, all right. No, I feel you though, because I'm going through the same thing on my filmmaking and creating content. It's like a lot of doubt. It's the first time I've pursued this full time.
Right.
And a lot of the enemy comes to me every single day with like feelings of, you know, doubt, feelings of fear, feelings of like you just go back to what you've been doing. It's like now being at home working. I realized today when I was driving home from the movie theater that we went to the movie, the life that you're in right now, you pay for this.
Right.
So you got to just do the work now. Like you prayed to be like, like I'm not rich monetarily yet, but I'm rich in all things that matter. Like my mental health is better. Besides, you know, the enemy attacks, I'm with y'all, my family a lot more. I'm a lot happier.
Hello.
And I'm not in a place where I gotta get up and like hate the place that I'm at for 8-9 hours a day. That should eat that shit.
Right.
And you get up every day knowing I gotta be somewhere that I hate to be. I hate people around me. You just sitting on hate. You gotta go do some other stuff.
Right.
That, you know what I'm saying? So I say that to say I understand like the whole doubt, fear, and really just, even my own therapist, I've talked to her about that, pushing past that shit.
You're not therapist. You guys are therapists.
I do.
He's
you know what I'm saying?
Black man with a therapist. You know what I'm saying?
But nah, talking about that with her, it helped me kind of navigate, like, with God as well. But like sometimes saying this stuff out loud, as opposed to just sticking in your head, it just makes it a little bit easier to do. It makes it better. So, but yeah, I said it to say, like, I get that, and I agree. And having that clear plan is better because you're not going through life day by day, kind of guessing, kind of like, I'm gonna do this next. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of the next stuff, what is gonna be next up for you? Like, you 25 and a master's. Most people don't have bachelor's degrees. Some people don't have high school diplomas. We're not here to bash nobody. We're not here to bash nobody.
My story different.
You feel me? But facts are facts. You feel what I'm talking about? Like, you got a master's. You know what I'm saying? Some nigga like that. You know what I mean? So, what's up? How you feel about that? What's that?
Well, I honestly do feel like, for me, education is always my go-to.
Okay.
Even though in society, I feel like in society where you don't have to do degrees, you're going to have to do some type of education, some type of certification, some type of training, but degrees are important for me. Let's see. I go back in September for my doctorate degree.
Right back, man. None of that. I'm taking a year off. Shit, I'm going to Cuba for a year. None of that shit. It's like, let's
September, I'll be back for
fucking go, nigga.
my doctorate degree. I don't need that right now, but it's for the future. When I do need it, I'll have it.
Dr. Michelle. Crazy.
Dr. Michelle.
Crazy. Because I know her for real. That's crazy to say, but then y'all be going to her doctor. I'm be like, her? Oh, all right. I'll play. I'll play.
But that, and then of course working a therapist, getting my hours. I got to get 3,000 hours, and in order to even apply for the license exam. So I'll be getting.
You gotta do work to apply for the exam. I thought you was done with school.
You have to get your hours under a. So I'll be an associate.
Oh,
and I'll go get my master's degree. Then I will work under somebody's license, a supervisor, and I'll work with them, and I'll get 3,000 hours, and I'll be able to apply for the licensure exam, kind of like the bar.
Okay, for like therapy.
Yeah,
okay,
for therapy, like that. I'll take it, pass it, and then I'll be licensed, and then I'll be.
And these can. Yeah. So can you do your own practice after that, or like you gotta like work with somebody?
I do my own practice when I'm a licensed therapist. Now when I'm an associate, I can just see clients. I can work for a private practice, but I can't have my own practice. So.
Okay. You can still hear. A lot of good stuff, man. I want to ask you a couple more things, but right now, one more thing. To anybody who feels, because I know like you got like a really like a crazy story, and I don't know how much you want to get into it right now, because your story is where you. No, I'm. I wasn't even trying to do it. I was being so dead serious, bro. I was trying to be for real.
No, I'm being for real.
I was about to say something motivational, like you don't cover so much, and
your story is.
Because I wanted her to like give them the whole. You feel me?
Y'all only I knew. I said, whoa. Well, Oprah say I was poor, but she was poor. Well, Oprah, I'm not impacted by it. We're perfectly fine. No,
Dog, listen.
Go ahead.
This is why you can't do no content with niggas you really know for real, because you try to like do like the whole professional shit, and they just do shit like this. You feel me? I was professional.
Alright.
I seem like idiot, but so somebody who may have been or is currently in your or was where you're at, right? They might not be. They could want to do therapy. They could want to just be in school. They could want to, just a child that wants to go to college, wants to finish high school. There's a point where you feel like that's not gonna be me.
Right.
But before we get into that, I want to ask you this: like, how do you feel coming from where you came from? You ain't gotta get into your whole shebang if you want to.
Right.
But coming from sitting, really, you being the same woman that's like, I remember literally being in my bio mom's house in my room, saying, I'm gonna do this instead of what I'm doing right now. For example, like I remember often, like I said today, I realized you're in a life that you
pray for it,
that you pray and wanted for. You do content for real. Now I'm thinking about how when I get to the place I want to be. I remember being at work, watching the clock, praying, praying that God will just for one day just move time 10 hours forward. You know what I'm saying? So like, how does it feel for you to have this moment? You like, I'm got my master's and I'm going to literally get my doctorate. I'm gonna breeze past that. You know what I'm saying? But being the same girl that's like, I remember being 16, 15, saying, I'm gonna do this other thing. I'm not gonna finish high school. So how do you feel being 25, almost 10 years later, looking back like, damn, God, you feel me?
I mean, hey. How do I feel? I can honestly say it's a very surreal experience. I ain't even gonna lie, I think I am constantly in awe. I think 25 and being a part of this transition is what has me looking back and reflecting at life. It's not many times where I look back at my life and really see, if I'm looking back at my life, I'm only looking back at my 20s.
Well, I mean,
and I'm always like
25.
I'm just saying, like, and what I didn't went through stuff in the 20s, and I always look at those things, but then I have to look back at my whole life. I'm like, oh, we didn't really been through some things, but it is very surreal. It is a blessing. I think I am constantly in awe this morning. Even when I was praying, well, I was crying, cry worship.
You
just boohooing because I don't have words. Like, God, I don't know how.
You seen that meme where it was like we cry out to God, somebody comes to know you, just like,
no,
I thought about you.
Literally, I'm like, right. People probably think somebody's dead. Nah, I mean, when you get to that level of care for God, I don't know what to say. Like, you took my life and you made it something completely different, totally different. I owe all praise to Him, because it was not my doings at all. But yeah, it's just surreal. It's very surreal. I thank God that I found Christ at the right time. I found Christ at 16. So I think that is what carried me. I was open to it, and open just to anything that Christ had to offer me. So just coming in with an open heart, I would definitely say is what saved me. But it's a blessing, to reflect and look back and see, like, hey, you're living in answered prayers every time. Yeah, I would say that.
So I want to, before I ask you the last question, you keep talking about the transition. I want you to kind of like touch on that a little bit more. That is really important for any young lady or young man watching this that feels like they're in a transition from being just this inwards. For you being in the world of academia and going from academia to entering the real world workforce, I want you to speak more to the part about the transition piece.
I would say it is, as much as it is exciting, and like, I'm excited. I know that I'm going to do well in the field. It's also a very, I said today that, like, I'm dealing with joy, excitement, a little bit of doubt, not anxiety, but just that easy feeling, like, is what I was taught to do. Am I ready for this? I don't know, but like, just dealing with those are real emotions. I would say the person to sit in those emotions and don't shy away. Anything that you feel, if it's sadness, if it's anger, if it's kind of annoyance, if you feel like you should have been further, although I've accomplished so much, I still feel like I did a lot in academia, or I invested all my life into academia, that there are life skills that I don't know how to do because I've invested so much of myself into academia. So now, transitioning out of that, I have to learn how to drive, I have to learn how to cook, I have to learn how to just survive because I was so invested into my academia. So I think just all those feelings, grief, whether it's happy, it's still excitement and joy and peace, but it's also like a little bit of fear, and just a little bit of discomfort knowing that I'm about to make this step, Also understanding that whenever you go deeper into Christ, whenever God elevates you, the enemy's going to attack you even more. And then prepping myself for that, like, I mean, I want to elevate, but the enemy's going to start attacking me today. I mean, I got to, fight that and just those energy. And it's so easy to be like disassociate or be like, I don't want to deal with it, which I've been doing. But I gave myself, the month of May is National Mental Health Awareness Month, so I gave myself May off. Okay. And then June, life will pick back up, and I'll just start to really just do things. And then that's what I've been doing, sitting in it, touching the grass. I hate the grass, but I went to go touch it today, because really getting out in the sun and just trying to see. It's not just one thing. It's like moving into this adulthood. And again, I was somebody who neglected everything else and strictly invested in academia. And now it's time to experience everything else. And then knowing that at 25, I don't have everything all together. I don't supposed to have everything all together. And just because I don't have everything all together does not mean I'm a failure. So just accepting that piece as well. A lot of things that rose in with the transition and being honest. I think being honest and sitting in those feelings is what's going to help you out. And if you need therapy, get therapy. If you need to pray, go to church. So those have been self-aware.
One thing that I learned from you, I'm like kind of like in the back, kind of like a funk, because for whatever reason, I'll see you sitting outside in the front, and I remember you gotta go outside and get some sun. And when I sit outside or go play basketball or go work out, I feel a lot better. It's just sometimes you get so focused on whatever you're going through at that moment, or I gotta get this done, because it kind of get up on you, like, I'm going through this, gotta get this done. Like, you just kind of like, your brain kind of like, it's just like scrambling, you know what I'm saying? Just you be just stuck. So that's what I learned from you. But I do want to ask this before we go to the store for it closes. So the person that's watching this, like I said earlier, like a young person who's thinking about not fitting, who could be the first person like you in their bio family to go to college, and it's like, I don't want to go for real, or has their bachelor's and thinking I'm gonna go get a master's, doctor, whatever case may be, and they're kind of struggling, or just a kid that came across this video because God wanted them to see this. They going through a lot, but you went through a lot as well yourself. What could you say? Like, if you could tell 16-year-old Michelle, like, any advice to see that they get to where you are right now, what would you tell that young lady or that young man?
I would say
all right, we're good.
That's it right there. That is all. That is absolutely all. Okay, I don't really know what I'm saying. But no, I would definitely say give your life to Christ.
Yeah.
And I would say be open.
Mm-hmm.
Be open. I think that the only reason why I've came so far is because I was open, because I had to be open to a relationship in order to get to Christ. So I was open with building a relationship with Mom, and then she introduced me to Christ, and then that's how it happened. So just be open. Sometimes life can have you so isolated, so guarded. You don't want to get hurt. You don't want to trust nobody. That's fine. But still be open. Still have the heart to have some hope and some goodness in the world is something I would say. And know that God is with you even when you're not with Him. And He is looking out for you. He got you, making sure if you're still here, that means you still got something that He wants to do with you. And that's just real. So those would be the things I would say, to allow yourself to be open. And if you don't know how, you just pray. Pray. God, open me up, open my heart to receive that. Even if you don't see it for yourself, still allow yourself to see that kind of environment or that thing. For me, I didn't see it for myself for a long time, but me seeing it let me know that it can be real. Like, this can be a lifestyle that can be lived, but it just wasn't for me. And then God showed me as I continue to hold my heart up and see. So those are my things. But the real God, that's all I gotta say. God. Jesus Christ.
Amen. Now, I want to just real quick from get out here, speak a piece of that, because I recently learned, like, the Bible says, don't forsake the assembly, right? And it's talking about being around a group. I recently, I wanted to do it, not now, but I mentioned to you before about how we talk about finding the right community of believers. It's like not weird. It's not like just Jesus, no personality at all.
Right.
And I spoke to that on Threads, and I got a lot of positive feedback from that.
Right.
People kind of saying, I feel the same way. I don't have the community,
right.
And I'm, to your point, I'm learning about the power of community because I have a homeboy who's not saved,
right.
but he's a creative. He's inviting me to stuff like, bro, we finna do this, we finna do that. Bro, get on Twitch with us, get on this app with us. Bro, trying to stream, bro, do this. Matter of fact, tap in with my man, teaching on that.
Right.
And your point about the trust aspect, just about friendships, like just that kind of stuff in general. I haven't had the best streak with things, so I'm very guarded. Like my therapist, I've been with her for like 2 years almost. Like we just now start talking. We just now this year start.
2 years, yeah.
But wait a minute though, we just now start getting into like the actual things that are wrong.
That's
but and she got it. She was like, I knew it because you're not somebody that's like you need to trust me first.
Right.
And
no rapport. All.
But 2 years is crazy, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, but not necessarily when it comes to our culture, when it comes to the stigma, when it comes to black men, when it comes, there's so many around it. Not really. We got to fill you out first.
Okay. So yeah. but to that point, I'm always, and I know the dude, like we've been balling since like 2023. It's like, and like he just nigga off the street, you know what I'm saying? Like I know this nigga, but it took me kind of like even them, like he kept inviting me. I think he was like, hey man, tap in, bro, come over here, da 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 da. And I'm so used to like niggas having a catch. You know what I'm saying? He just like, bro, but like I'm learning like much like our family is. There's people out here who just want to simply one was good for you, one was best for you. That like that's it. There's no catch. So to your point, I think it's very important that you get community early and you get the right community because that's gonna push you somewhere where God wants you to be.
Yep.
And when you become first accepting, like you said, and open,
you gotta be open to it.
You be open to more because like God's not gonna ever give you the full thing first. So I think being open is a big thing, no matter what age you are. I'm about 32 in August. So I'm like learning myself like to be open more so now towards community because whether it be Christian community, creative, in your case, therapy, everything. Community is very, very important because God works through people. He's not some kind of magical genie kind of just come from the heavens and just like do this. It's like, no, he works with people. So I think that's very good advice for that, how you said, to just be really open because you never know who God's going to use to propel you. Like I said, my man's is not saved. That's like, I ain't saying that like the bashment like at all. I'm just saying like Christians always think, ask me as a Christian. Nah, my man is not a Christian, but God used him to teach me or use him to have me be open to community, and now I accept the possibility of having in the future a business partner. At first I was like, no, it's gonna be me and nobody else. But now it's like you can't act, direct, shoot, write, show run, produce all by yourself. If you can, it's not sustainable. Like you're gonna need help at some point. So to your point, I think community is very, very important, and being open is key. But thank you so much. We're going to get up out of here for the store closed. We come here for nothing.
We can't pronounce it.
I mean, well, yeah. I mean, and I appreciate you, but I don't want to be like, again, like I said, I don't want to trick you like, oh, it's like we're not going to do it. No, I want to get your gift and everything. So, yeah, but we're going to keep filming some more. So we're going to get her gift. You feel me? Up in this makeup store. I'm not going to say which one because, brand deals and all that. And I feel like by the second I'm losing myself. I'm gonna drive home with some trap music, some NWA, some Easy, Ice Cube. And I'm gonna go home and challenge somebody to a fade and go play football and play some domino. I gotta balance all this out. I feel like it's just all fake. I don't feel comfortable up in here.
I work here.
I would never come see you.
If I worked here, I would.
If I picked you up, I would be like, come to the top. I'm not coming up in here.
All my money would go back to here. You can't work at these kind of stores.
I could. Well, I couldn't, but
all your
I wouldn't spend no better up in here.
All your money go back to them.
I'm gonna go home and I'm going to play Cyberpunk 2077. And yeah, if you know, what's hard as you know. If you know, you know. Card.
Maybe so. I don't know. Whatever you decide.
You said what?
Thank you, Marcus. Now my lips don't have to be crusty. It was crusty. They've been crusty. Okay, this was nasty.
Did you put that sweet mouth shit back?
I don't know.
Easy.
See, I might still have it. Who knows?
This motherfucker, man. Nah, she didn't. All right. You see, real woman of God. You feel me? Real woman of God out here. Because they don't do that kind of shit.
Don't be out here too much. Don't do too much now. Hey, I still me. Hey.
I'm like, I want to ask. No, I want to. I'm gonna leave it at that because according to me, every woman in my family, including people who got kids, to me is a virgin. So I just let me live in that delusion.
I'm just saying.
You feel me? All right. I'm sorry, you're not a woman of God.
I am a woman of God, but you already talk about so she didn't buy the lip gloss. I was like, get that lip gloss.
Oh, all right.
That's a cute color.
Oh, all right. Yeah, fuck out of here, man.
A cute color.
Fuck out of here.
What's that cinnamon in their clothes?
Get jiggy. Get jiggy. Get jiggy.